to the site plan for Mingo well pad. And I see there are EQT representatives here. Would you like to speak, sir?
Certainly. Good evening, everyone. My name is Max Junker. I'm a partner at Bax Callan. My partner Blaine Lucas was here about a year ago seeking approval for the Mingo well pad off of Patterson Road. After the hearing, that was granted. During that hearing, there was some discussion about water supply. The plan that was submitted and was approved had a freshwater impoundment as well as a separate pad for ASTs and water storage. We also had a stormwater management pond that was closer to one of the residents over there. In the last year or so, we've been able to develop our water supply so that we don't need the freshwater impoundment and we don't need the separate AST pad. We can house those on the actual well pad itself, and as part of that reconfiguration allowed us to move the stormwater management pond further away from the residents. So back in October, my partner sent a letter explaining this to your solicitor, including a copy of the sort of before and after plans so you can see and compare that. It's our position that this isn't an expansion of the pad, it's not additional wells. If we were going the other way, yes, we would come back before you for a conditional use approval after a public hearing, but because this is essentially shrinking the infrastructure, shrinking the amount of disturbance, we have requested that be treated just as a change and not require further conditional use approval. So that is what we have. Todd from EQT is with me as well. If there are any questions, we're happy to answer.
I would have to refer that to Sean for his input on that. So where you do that, Sean, where are you getting the water now?
The water's coming from the vault that's there, and Equitrans will be delivering water.
Could you say that again?
There's a vault that's planned at near the entrance to the site off of the municipal water source.
Public water.
Public water, and Equitrans will be supplying water through their water network. Whenever we were discussing the hearing, I had mentioned that there were potential that we were going to be getting rid of that AST pad and getting rid of the impoundment. But as you recall, I didn't commit to that then, but I said that it was a possibility.
Your ST pad is on site tanks?
It's going to be on the well pad itself now.
Okay.
And then also with the movement of the stormwater pond, we had the one resident that lived right where that stormwater pond was going to be. Because we're renewing our permit with the DEP, we felt it was appropriate because we were setting it back in to move that away because we had the space now that we wouldn't need to put that other stuff in. So we had tried to address his comment a year after the fact by the revision to the plan and bring it up to date with what I told you guys was probably going to happen at the time of the hearing.
Okay.
You guys are going to have the upgrades on pad then? For
Yes.
the water?
Yes.
Sir, just for the record, could you state your name? I'm sorry.
Yeah, my name is Todd Kleiner. I'm Director of Permitting for EQT.
Thank you.
Takes up a lot.
Sean, any comments?
Yeah, so the plan did make its way to our office, so 2 large areas of disturbance are removed in the revised plan, and then the location of the stormwater pond is also relocated, so, you know, it's definitely a reduction of what they were planning to do disturbance-wise, and beyond that, we didn't really have any comments on it, other than just verifying that it was a reduction and not any sort of expansion to their project.
And your comment was it was recommended, you saw no reason to not recommend it?
Well, we just agreed that it is a reduction, it's not an expansion, so as far as any sort of conditional use, we didn't see any reason that it's to trigger that threshold, and then we reported that information to Sweat Law Office.
Okay, thank you. And lastly, Gary?
Yeah, we reviewed this, the letter that Attorney Lucas forwarded, and I concur with what Attorney Humphrey has said. They are not changing any of the conditions. They're still in compliance, not only with the oil and gas ordinance, but with our conditional use decision. And it's not an expansion, it's definitely shrinking the disturbance so that there is no need to have an additional public hearing. And I think the proper motion would be to approve or deny EQT's amendment to the conditional use approval and site plan for Mingo well pad, because their permit was issued as a conditional use permit.
And Gary, do you have the date of that original conditional use plan for the motion?
I do, I have a copy, the hearing was held October 14th, 2020, but the date of the written decision was October 28th, 2020.
And that's what's being amended.
Okay. So I'd like to make a motion to approve EQT's amendment to the conditional use agreement dated October 28th, 2020 for the site plan for the Mingo well pad.
I'll second that motion to amend the original site plan or motion of October 28th.
And before you vote, could we just, based upon the representations made by Attorney Lucas and Attorney Yunker, by correspondence dated October 13th, 2021, that'll just be part of the approval.
Bobby, did you get that ending from Gary?
October 13th. October 13th.
That's
All
the
right.
day of the letter.
Yes.
Ms. Dare,
Yes.
Mr. Trax,
Yeah.
Mr. Lawson,